Hello, Stamper. Welcome to Frenchie's video. I'm France Martin, independent demonstrator with Stamping Up at frenchiestamps.com. Today I'm going to share a simple card using the Two-Tone Flora. I'm using the big die here. So I pre-die cut this. Just use your pick tool, not the pick tool, but the brush, and then remove everything. If you still have a bit, that's okay. Don't worry about that. It's all good. Now, I was thinking after I finished this one here, I was thinking, hmm, I think maybe we can do two in one. So we will give it a try. So I love for something striking colors put together. I like those two colors, Daffodil Delight, Melon Mambo. So we're going to start with the melon. A lot of the time, I like to start with the lighter color. And this time, I'm going to start with the melon. Less melon, more daffodil we're going to do. So I'm going to hold this. You know what? I think we're going to use two glue dots. And then we can fix that after. Put that right in the corner. And then one at this end. So my paper that I cut, it is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, exactly a quarter sheet. And so then this one. So maybe the second layer, we can trim it, okay? Okay, so that should help me. So now we're going to start at the bottom with the um, Melon Mambo. And you see I just brush, and I always going to start at the bottom and keep on going up because I want the bottom darker and going up lighter. So I'm just holding this, and I'm going to go one more time. Oops, be careful when you push because it's very delicate. Now I'm going to go back here. Here we go. Now I'm going to go a bit more here to have very darker and then push. Now I'm going to flip that. I like to work on my right side going up. Now I'm going to go ahead with Daffodil Delight, and we're going to go from the top down. And again, that is the same. You want darker at the top, lighter in the center. So in the center, those two colors should reach each other. So now I'm going to come back here, going to flip that a bit and go a little bit more. Here we go. Now I'm going to flip this back and excuse me, I'm going to go back with my daffodil. See, this leaf wanted to lift up, so that's why I'm coming this way. Now I'm going to come and mix those two. So in the center, it's more going to be like kind of an orange, right? Because yellow and red, whatever, do kind of the orange. And I think that looked pretty good. It is very light here. Let's see if, okay, a little bit better here. Maybe I'm going to have too much. Oh, that's not good. Okay, now let's remove this and let's see if we can have the two. Oh, yeah, I'm going to be able to do another card with this. So to see this one finish, you're going to have to come on my blog. Right below you get the direct link because I will trim this here. I can trim it right now to show you how I'm going to trim that though. I'm going to trim that each side. I'm not worrying about the glue right now. I'm going to go right at the edge there. So depends where you put your paper, right? I'm going to trim that there. Now I'm going to flip this here. Trim that. I got a bit of pink there, but I'm not worried about that. Here, it's just a tiny little bit. Here we go. Then, after I trim the most of it, I'm going to go and see what is my measurement. Here, I got one line. Okay. It's exactly, I'm going to go at 378. 378 by, it's going to be 5 1/8 to have Wait a minute. So yeah, 5 1/8. I can take from the bottom of the top really. So now I'm going to have a layer in the back of this, and then you're going to be able to finish, see the card. Voila. How simple. So 2 for 1, okay? I will have the finished one on my blog. Now for this one here, I got a black like the other one. I tried green in the back and it was not, oh, the red's going to be very lovely. So we're going to do this one in the red, just because something different. The other one, it's in the black. I tried green. I didn't like it. Let me show you. Uh, I just going to take Granny Apple Green. I try in the lemon lime twist because I wanted bright. And the yellow was like going away. It was like not there. So that's why I didn't like that. But on cherry cobbler, absolutely yes. Or you can have it on the basic black. So let me show you. So we're going to go at 4 1/4. Flip this. We're going to score at 5 1/2. Now, oh, I cut. So that's why we get two paper. We're going to score at 5 1/2. And personally, I think it make a big difference if you use your score blade when you get a long piece of paper. I really don't like this shadow here. Boom. Now for the inside, because I'm using a dark paper, I like to put an insert. Like for the black, I put a full insert because the black want to fade on your card insert. So for this, I went at 10 1/2 by 3 3/4 and score at 5 1/4. Now to put the insert in, I'm going to use, here we go. I just put a piece of tape there. First, let's do our stamping. So for the stamping, I'm using the Two-Tone Flora, and I'm using the smaller one. So some of you like to do the bigger one first or the small one first. In this case, I like to use the detail one first. Some of it, I like to do the other one first, but I really don't like my lights today. Here we go. So for this one, I like to do the detail first. So I'm going to go ahead, stamp, stamp, and stamp. This one, I'm going to call it good. Now, this I go with the dots. So I'm going to go ahead and I just align those dots in the center. Voila. So for me, I find that easier just because the way that this one works, sometimes it's the other way around. So I always say when you get a two-step stamping, try it on a scrap paper first and see what you prefer. Okay. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and put that in. So I got glue there. I just put that right in the center here and then close it. Now it's there. Lift this up and then close it. So now I got my insert. Okay, to glue this detail, I could add the adhesive glue, but then I couldn't do, the 2 for 1 really, because a lot of time the paper remove. So what I do, it's use a silicone sheet mat, flip this around. Now I use a sponge, and then I use, with my sponge, I use liquid glue. Put it on your back, on your sponge. And now when you're going to start putting your glue on the back of your paper, you want to try not to move it, because if you move it, the glue going to go in the front, right? Because the glue is going to go in the holes there. So I get quite a bit there. I just going to go randomly. Here we go. I'm going to put my finger there. Try very hard not to have the glue in the front. Let's remove this. I had glue from before. I should have rinsed it. And then that's exactly the quarter sheet. So, oops, going to put that straight down. Et voila. Now you're going to turn it upside down and then put your pressure on. The beauty about the liquid glue, you get the chance to move it around before it bond together. Et voila, my friend. Is that cool? Okay. For the ribbon, I am using the sheer ribbon. It's a combo of three. This one, it's the lemon, no, the lemon lolly. So I just going to put, I never measure my ribbon. I go, okay, I bet you guys going to say, okay, about how much is that? That would be about 25" to do the full around. Now, I didn't put no greeting on this card. It could be a just because, it could be a happy birthday, get well, whatever that you prefer. It's just that I put the flower inside and then I can decide. I think the front, a lot of time we think that we need greeting for everything. The front for this one, I think it's pretty the way it is. And I don't feel I need a greeting. So I can put a greeting inside when I decide I need it, or I can use it just for a note card and write it. So I said 25. So really, like 24, 23 would be okay. I personally like to have more than not enough when it comes to the ribbon. And to be honest, this won't be that much. So it's maybe an inch and a half, maybe 2 inch max that I'm wasting. And for me, it's not wasting because it's better than not enough. Now, when I do a bow, I like to use glue dots. My glue dots always to my rescue. I lift this up and push it down. So, one thing I don't know if I say, when you go around, you want to open your card and make sure this is straight inside, that it's not twisted, okay? Et voila, that is it. So now let me share. Okay, this I just put that in a Ziploc bag and I keep it for a long time. Let me make sure this is good. Okay, here's in the cherry cobbler, and I show you one at the beginning in the black. Here it is. And here it is. See, they're both lovely. So, the inside, I did the same, the insert. Here, I get a little bit of my, I don't know if you can see that. I have to make sure not to get my ribbon there. I'm going to trim this. I should have looked first. It's just like a smidge, right? Here we go. It's not much. So really, after you glue it, you want to look in the back. If you get a smidge like that, you can cut it. But when it's a smidge, I mean, who measure, right? Et voila, that is it, my friend. I will have all measurement and all the supplies that I use right on my blog right below. And not only that, but I will have a card finished with this lovely background, the 2-for-1. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, happy stamping, my friend. Bye bye for now.